Happy Sunday, everyone. Oh my gosh, I have been lacking. I just haven't really cared that much about making my dumb inspirational content that no one watches, so I'm back. Today I'm just leaving a place I was going on a walk at. I should have filmed on the walk, but it never crossed my mind until I left and whatnot. You're probably like, oh, you probably shouldn't be doing this while driving, but I'll be alright, don't worry. Quick update and everything. I'm working full-time now after I graduated as a landscaper apprentice. And yeah, I have about 14 weeks left till my whole life changes. 14 weeks left until I go to basic military training for the Air Force. I was gonna go to college. I think I said this in my last video, but no one really saw. I'm gonna make this one a little shorter. I was gonna go to college, and then one day I just got a phone call from a Marine recruiter, and like a fish on a hook, I was reeled. But I didn't want to join the Marines. I wanted to join the Air Force deep down, and not because it's easier, not because it's better, or it is better, in my biased opinion. Obviously, the Marines train harder. They work a lot harder. But they didn't have the job I wanted. That's SecFo, Security Forces. Jumpstart my career of being a police officer. Why do I want to be a cop? I don't really know. After I took the tech class, it kind of just began to surface my mind that I wanted to do that. And I've wanted to be a cop since I was in about 8th grade, when I was 14. I'm 19 in 6 days. 5 days, holy shit. So if today's a Monday, no, it's a Sunday. I'm 19 on Friday. 19. I remember when I turned 17 and I was like, holy crap, I'm in the big leagues. Then I turned 18 and I was like, it's alright, I'm 18. I'm an adult now. Now I'm 19. I'm going to be 19, which is 1 year of being not a minor. And honestly, I like working a lot more than I liked going to school. I didn't really like school at all. Like billions and millions of kids, I hated it. I wanted every moment of it to be over, and the only thing I would look forward to was the bell at the end of the day. And now it's just kind of like, well, everything I've worked for, and everything I tried for, I ended up using, I took holy crap, I got to get my words together, the PICAT. So when you join the military, you have to take the ASVABs. I bet a lot of people have heard of what the ASVAB is and what it entails. You take the at-home version of that in this modern day and age. And then you go to MEPS, which I go to MEPS in about 4 weeks. 3 weeks. And get qualified and take all my qualification tests for the military, which will be great. And yeah, the only thing I really like about my landscaping job is you can't really see it on camera, but I'm pretty tan. I like being tan now. I don't have to wear sunscreen anymore because I don't burn anymore. Holy crap, voice crack. I don't burn because I'm always in the sun, and it's just a weird change of life, a change of pace. The weeks are flying by. I've already been at this job for 2 months. I remember my first day so vividly, and now I remember I'd be like, okay, this is day 5 of work, and now I've lost track because it's been so many weeks. A GTR, newer one. And one thing I really like too is the money. I don't have a lot of expenses, so I'm up like $6,000. It's great. I don't know what to say other than I don't want to glaze my income, but the amount of hour I do, like 50 to 55 hours a week. That pays. plus overtime, so I'm making 12 hours overtime usually, 15 or 12 to 10 to 15 hours of overtime every week, and I get paid every week. I don't have bi-weekly pay, it's every week, and that, you just, oh my god. If I had bills and stuff, I'd be a little slower on the saving, but I've been able to save $6,000 in 2 months. A little less, a little more probably. I don't know. I went from having $1,500 to having money in an investment portfolio, having an excess amount of money in my checking account because it gets more interest, to getting a credit card now. Because I qualified for one, and I plan to use it for gas and then just pay it off for 48 hours before the bill comes, and then my credit score will go up. So start getting a credit score is what I'm kind of looking forward to. Yeah, and just life has taken a 180 since May 10 when I got that phone call from the Marine guy. And then I was just kind of like, hey, can I go talk to the Air Force lady? And she was a lot more enticing to me in the job selection and the process of getting a job. So the next 4 years of my life, I'm going to be gone, 14, 15, maybe 16 weeks. I'm gone for the whole rest of, I'm gonna meet so many new people. I'm gonna leave this old life kind of behind in a way, and I'm kind of happy about that. That I'm not gonna have to deal with all of this anymore, which sounds really cliche, but I'm only technically a landscaper for like 5 months, so I got like 3 months left, 4 months left maybe. This year has gone by. By the time that happens, this will have been the fastest year of my life. And I'm only 19, 18. You get the point. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone kind of knew I was going to go to college. I was like, oh, I'm going to MCC. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on college because I think college is a waste of money. Especially now with artificial intelligence and everything, it's just like, whoa. So the Air Force, I got 3-4 months left in my hometown until it's 4 years until I'm back here for good. I get my DD214, DD214. So I still mog, so alright, I'm gonna cut it now. I've just kind of been a lot more relaxed about everything, realizing that a lot of this stuff in high school was completely meaningless, and you won't, no one in high school will realize that until they're out of it, because then it's just like that, where everything is just gone. If you had a friendship that you were kind of iffy with, GONE, it's gone, so. At ease, gentlemen, at ease.